This is why their efforts are to no avail. There are many sutras. From the aspect of principle, every method is number one. All methods are equal, and no one method is superior or inferior to another. But from the aspect of phenomena, every person's capacity, intelligence, and living environment differ. They find some methods easier to learn and practice, and others harder. Hence, the question of easiness or difficulty does not lie in the methods, it lies in a person's capacity and living environment. The Buddha name chanting method is suitable for everyone to learn and practice regardless of one's capacity. Other methods such as Zen meditation and Tibetan Buddhism are not as easy for one to learn and practice. The Buddha name chanting method is simple and convenient. It does not matter whether one has a Buddha image at home or if one has flowers to offer. Everyone can learn and practice. This method does not emphasize appearances or learning environment. It is the most convenient method. Everyone has a different capacity. If one forces oneself to learn an unsuitable method, one will have a difficult time. But if one learns a method that one is interested in, then the learning will be easier. Will one be able to attain rebirth in the Western Pure Land if one practices another method? Yes, one will. It is clearly stated in the Infinite Life Sutra that if a practitioner of another method dedicates merits to be reborn in the Western Pure Land, he or she will attain rebirth there. From this we can see that Amitabha Buddha did not say that one has to learn the Infinite Life Sutra and mindfully chant Amitofo to achieve rebirth in the Western Pure Land. Regardless of which method one learns and practices, one must be able to suppress one's afflictions and vow to seek rebirth in the land of ultimate bliss, where one will be close to Amitabha Buddha. If one cannot suppress one's afflictions, one will not be able to attain rebirth there. This is the true requirement. As long as we grasp the principle of focused and diligent progress, we will surely achieve in our practice. Ancient accomplished practitioners said that mastering one is more important than studying many. It is also said, when one masters one sutra, one naturally masters all sutras. If we want to have a deep understanding of the Buddhist canon, what should we do? Should we learn many or delve deeply into one method? Historically, many of those who delved deeply into one method achieved in their learning and practice. Of those who learned many methods, very few succeeded in their cultivation. Those who learned a variety of methods and succeeded were exceptionally talented. People who have a medium or low capacity do not have the ability to learn many methods and succeed. Therefore, we should delve deeply into one method. If one ceaselessly makes focused and diligent progress, one will surely attain Buddhahood. There is no wish that one cannot fulfill. If we understand the principles and methods, we will be able to fulfill any wish. Be it academics, one's work, or a Buddhist practitioner's cultivation, applying this principle and method will lead to complete success. It will not be hard to accomplish any undertaking in this world or beyond if we have a sincere mind. What makes it difficult is our deviated thoughts. Obstacles are created by us. Indeed, no phenomena exist outside the mind. The mind does not exist outside any phenomena. We must understand this. Excerpt 13. Dharmakaya heard the Buddha's discourse and saw everything shown to him. He aspired to make supreme wondrous vows. He thoroughly contemplated what was good and bad about heavenly and human beings, and what was wonderful and inferior about their lands. He single-mindedly selected what he wanted and formed his great vows. For 5 kalpas he diligently sought and explored, respectfully and carefully persevered, and cultivated merits and virtues. He thoroughly understood all the merits and adornments of the 21 kotis of Buddha lands as thoroughly as he understood one Buddha land. The Buddha land he created surpassed all Buddha lands. Dharmakaya heard the Buddha's discourse. Dharmakaya was the Dharma name of Amitabha Buddha at the causal stage, when he was a bhiksu. Heard refers to listening to his teacher's introduction. Here, Buddha refers to Lokesvara Raja Tathagata, Dharmakaya Bodhisattva's teacher. Dharmakaya Bodhisattva told his teacher about his aspirations and asked his teacher to teach him how to fulfill them. When a student has a virtuous and great aspiration, the teacher will always wholeheartedly help the student accomplish it. Therefore, Lokesvara Raja Tathagata not only explained to Dharmakaya what he wanted to know, but also used extraordinary powers to display the Buddha lands in the 10 directions to him, and that allowed him to see them clearly. At the beginning of the Visualization Sutra, a similar situation is described, which was the cause of Shakyamuni Buddha speaking the sutra. Queen Vaidehi encountered family misfortunes. Her son killed his father, the king, harmed her, and usurped the throne. Having encountered such great misfortune, she became disheartened and asked Shakyamuni Buddha if there was a better and safer place where she could be reborn. Instead of directing her to one specific Buddha land, Shakyamuni Buddha displayed all the Buddha lands in the 10 directions for her to choose from. This was the same method that Lokesvara Raja Tathagata employed for Dharmakaya Bodhisattva. Queen Vaidehi chose Amitabha Buddha's Western Pure Land, and then Shakyamuni Buddha taught her the method to attain rebirth in the land of ultimate bliss. This is essentially the content of the Visualization Sutra. Lokesvara Raja Tathagata displayed all the Buddha lands in the 10 directions to Dharmakaya Bodhisattva. After seeing all these, he aspired to make supreme wondrous vows. He thoroughly contemplated what was good and bad about their heavenly and human beings, and what was wonderful and inferior about the lands. There refers to all the Buddha lands in the 10 directions. In the 6 paths, in all the Buddha lands there were good and bad beings. This is talking about the living environment, which involves living beings and situations. The land of ultimate bliss did not come from Amitabha Buddha's baseless imagination or dreams. He truly saw many Buddha lands, and they all differed vastly from one another. Some lands were very wonderful, and others had many shortcomings. What was wonderful and inferior about those lands refers to the material environment, which involves inanimate things. Inferior refers to a very bad environment. Wonderful refers to a very good and beautiful environment. The environment of every being is different. The causes every being creates are different and result in different effects, environments. Dharmakaya Bodhisattva understood the principles and truths. He thoroughly contemplated. He single-mindedly selected what he wanted and formed his great vows. How was the Western Pure Land created? Dharmakaya Bodhisattva visited various Buddha lands and adopted their strengths and rejected their shortcomings. In other words, the land of ultimate bliss is an amalgamation of the excellent qualities of all the Buddha lands.